Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue. Now here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and this is Larry Ray. Sitting in as I do each and every Saturday morning, and of course, got my same voice as I continue my cancer journey. Hopefully, Monday, when I'll take my fourth chemo, that we'll get a good report and be able to rock it on with some good news to go for you next week. And this is third Saturday. We're kind of rotating this thing. John Gordon couldn't be with us last week for technical difficulties. We will say that. Yes, but he is here today. But the person that's supposed to be here today is not here today, and that is Frank Barton. We're not going to scold Frank, but he just can't be here. And so John volunteered, and that's not a good word from somebody from Mississippi State, but John agreed to come in. And good morning, John.
Good morning, Larry. Great to be here.
Yes,
big shoes to fill here with the voice of the South, Frank Barton.
Frank Barton, he has the radio voice, that's for sure. But you do too. And so, let's sit back this morning, fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program. And yes, John will be able to introduce a couple of segments because that's what thrills him. That's what gets him here to do this show, and he does it very well. But I want to say good morning to some special folks that have touched my life over this journey with cancer, and had my third spinal tap on Wednesday, and I got to see Molly first off and all the other nurses, and then, of course, who walks up but my special nurse, and that's Sarah Beth Banks out of Brownsville, Tennessee. She was bearing a gift, the book that's written by my good friend Taylor Wilson about his son's journey. Such a horrible auto accident took his arm and things, and this I can't wait to read this book. But Sarah Beth out of Brownsville, Tennessee, Taylor's out of Brownsville, Tennessee. She had that book wrapped up, and I knew what it was when she brought it into the room, and I can't wait to read it. I'm going to get Taylor back on the show to talk about that book. But thank you lots. Say hello to my neighbor in the Cove, Maurice. I know you're on the way to work or you're at work, but good Saturday morning to you also. Going to have a lot of fun on today's show. A little combination of fishing, hunting, archery, and then we're going to throw in a little bit about what's going on with John during the summertime, because I know that he's filmed all those great DU TV series, and he's also done some of your DU, what do you call those shorts?
We got the DU Films.
DU Films, and that's really a little bit about what our first segment will be about, and that's just going to kind of kick it off. Jason Hart out of Nomad Outdoors, he's the co-founder of Nomad Outdoors, and he is hooked up with Mossy Oak and got a new film, Chasing 49 film series in the spring 2022, and we'll talk a lot about that. But we know it's hot right now. John, I was going to talk to Frank a little bit about this, but for you guys that deal with dogs, and I know you do, as in your duck hunting career, what do you do when it's 100 degrees like this?
Well, you can't do a whole lot with the dog, Larry. I mean, especially the dogs that like Frank and I have, they're high energy, and they can really stress themselves out badly in this kind of heat. I had a black lab one time who stroked out on me, and I had to.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I mean, fortunately, I was able to get his temperature down, and he was okay. I was also in a dove field one time with co-host Frank Cooksey.
Yes.
I watched his dog go down.
Bill Cooksey.
I mean, yeah, Bill Cooksey, and I watched his dog go down.
Did you really?
Yeah, and we had to get him to. It was luckily there was a big vat of water not too far by that we were able to get the dog in and get his temperature down. So it's a scary thing when it happens, because it can take a dog out really quickly. So you really have to pay attention to, if you just really can't do anything in the heat of the day this time of year.
Yeah.
If anything you can do, It's got to be very early in the morning. Even late in the evening is tough because it's not really cooling down below 90 until the sun sets.
That's right. And, and I know that I'd hope to talk to Frank a little bit about this, but because he's into handling now that he's semi-retired from the business world. And, you do things early and late, but still the dog, they don't know when to say no.
Another good point, Larry. A lot of folks think that, just because you're in the water, right, if you're doing water work, that the dog is in a lot better shape.
Yeah.
You think about it. The dog is really only in about the first foot of water.
That's
and
right.
It's very, very warm on that foot. So,
isn't it, though? Yeah.
So you just really have to be careful.
Well, that's so we're asking you folks out there. We know y'all. You got some sense. It's all, and don't leave your pet inside your car. I mean, for sure we don't want you to leave your child or any children inside the car, but a pet, it doesn't take very long, even with a cracked window, giving them enough air. Because I've had friends that have literally, they've lost their animals, leaving them in the truck too long or whatever it might be. But we got some hot weather going on. We had started this past week, and I heard that John. I knew Tim Simpson was going to say this because he brought up 1980, and I know you're a young fella, John, but 1980 was brutal. Okay, I mean we had like 13 straight days of 100-degree weather, and Tim could have said anything but brought up 1980. All right, so I know, and we guys. I'm an old timer, and I know we didn't have heat indices. We didn't have anything that tells us how you feel hot. It's hot. You don't have to tell me when it's 98 that it's 115 heat indices, but it's part of it. So we're asking you as we close in on this Father's Day weekend to be careful, whether you're fishing or whether you're outdoors just doing anything. Try to do it early, try to do it late. And I know we got these heat advisories from till 8 o'clock at night. And even after that, it's extremely hot. So check on your pets. Make sure your pets are okay. But fun show today. And I know, John, you guys, and tell us what's happening over at your place.
Man, lots happening, Larry, on my side of things because, the Ducks Unlimited Television will be coming out here on the Sportsman Channel and starting in July.
Yes.
And so I've already reviewed the first 2 episodes. We did Early Teal in Nebraska. It's going to be episode 1, and a very exciting episode that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
Is Peace River, Alberta.
Ooh, that's
episode 2, man, unbelievable. It was fantastic. So yeah, got that going on. We're gonna release all the DU films in July as well, mid-July.
So next month, I mean,
yeah,
it'll be here before you know it.
Got a lot going on there.
And people don't think about DU in the summer. They think, well, they only stay, they only work 3 months of me,
Yeah.
62, what do y'all work, 60-day works? That's the only time y'all work?
Man, that's not the case, Larry. It's a 365-day-a-year deal at DU,
It is.
Because of all the events we've got going on all over the country, all the work we've got going on the ground. It's just, DU never sleeps kind of deal.
And I hope people, and I really... I've got John here to talk about it, but I don't know what goes up behind the closed doors at DU, but I do know that front area has so much history, folks, and people can come by and see it, can't they, John?
Oh, yeah, sure, and people can come by. I've seen several groups taking tours of the building recently, so anytime anyone wants to come by and tour DU headquarters or right there by the Agri Center,
yes,
feel free to come on by. It's really an incredible place. It's really a shrine to waterfowl and waterfowling.
Yeah.
Anywhere from, like I said, the front foyer museum area all the way through the entire building. It's for a guy like me, I mean, it's a pretty amazing place to work.
Yeah, it is. And I know you can go and see Bo-Wop, or what is
actually, Bo-Whoop, yeah.
Yeah, Bo-Whoop.
Nash
Buckingham's famous shotgun.
Bo-Whoop 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Okay. Up front, and then there's a couple other of Nash's guns. A little Winchester Model 21 side-by-side
used
for quail, a 20 gauge, and then his Model 50 Winchester 12 gauge that he really used in the last part of his hunting days because it was so much lighter than those heavy side-by-sides he was using.
Well, people, if you don't know who Nash Buckingham is, shame on you. I mean, he was there at the ground level for DU, and he was the outdoor editor to the Commercial Appeal for a long, long time, and I was privileged to be part of that legacy. But the shootingest gentleman. I mean, if you read any of his books, and I read Chubby Andrews' book on Nash Buckingham. I have all those books, and it's a different style. I have to admit, you have to have a little thing in the front saying this is not the way people write today, but they did in Nash Buckingham's way. But I don't know how many cars pass by that flag on Walnut Grove and not know what that means. But Memphis folks, I'm telling you, it may not be as big as Graceland, but I guarantee you when you tack on DU's, how many members we got? 500,000 or something? Or what are we?
It's a little over 700,000.
700,000.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I was there when they dug the first shovel for that property. And
this is the 85th year of Ducks Unlimited.
Is it really?
Yeah, 1937 when the organization was founded, and so we've carried forward, doing our best to restore and conserve wetlands habitat all across North America, from Canada to Mexico. So it's been a great ride.
Let's do a show sometime this year on 85 years of DU.
We should. I mean, we could line up guests from DU the whole way across the board.
Let's do that, because when they migrated from Chicago, and I was there. It just felt like so much with Billy Donovan and all that land. So, all right, I love that. Okay, we're going to take our first break of the morning. Come back. We're going to hope to hook up with Jason Hart of Nomad Outdoors. Outdoors of Larry Ray. We'll be right back.